Welcome to season 4 of Turn Up Bear Down. We're here with Matt and Chris. And we're about to talk Bears Pack. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing well. It's an honor to be back on the show
Season
with you
4.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think this is probably the fourth or fifth time now. So I love the consistency and coming together a couple times a year and having these talks with you guys.
Yeah.
Another busy Saturday for me. So time for Pops to have a couple drinks and relax.
All right. Well, let's get to it. We're going to start off with the path to victory for the Packers and the Bears. So, obviously, the oldest rivalry in the NFL. I want to say 105th edition. I know that the Packers are on like a 4-game winning streak. We haven't beat them since 2018 when we won the division by beating them. So yeah, Packers were looking to run heavy as Jordan Love is making not his first NFL start, but what feels like a new beginning for sure for the Packers and a big start for him. Looking to protect him, and he's looking to find a wide receiver because Christian Watson is not there. Alan Lazard is not there. Christian Watson is there, but he's injured, and Romeo Dobbs might not play either. So, who will he throw the ball to? What do you guys think about the path to victory for the Packers?
Yeah, if you don't mind me starting on it, obviously
The Packers fan.
The
Yep.
Packers and the Bears. It's Jordan Love making his first start in this iconic rivalry, and after Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers over the course of the last 30 years. So it's incredible, what the Packers have accomplished. At one point, the Bears were well ahead of the Packers in the all-time record. The Packers are now up 105 to 95 to 6. So there's been 6 ties in this. Hopefully there isn't one tomorrow.
I would not see that happening, but that would be crazy, honestly. And both fans would be feeling like they lost, though.
Yeah, Matt and I wouldn't even know what to do on our weekly phone call, right? Probably just touch on a different topic.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of interested to see how the Bears going to kind of live up to the somewhat hype that the nationwide media kind of gave them, and Justin Fields, and kind of comparing him to Jalen Hurts. I think is a little unfair, but I'm just hopefully going to be intrigued seeing what new wrinkles and what are we going to look at on offense again this year, and hopefully the defense a little bit improved from last year.
Absolutely. Yeah, so the Bears, they're going to have a revamped defense. Like most of the starters, for sure, in the linebacking core and also the defensive line, even are all new players. A couple returning starters in the secondary, but it will be interesting to see what these new faces do. And then, how's that run game going to work? The best rushing attack in the NFL last year, but gone is David Montgomery. He looked pretty good for the Lions against the Chiefs on Thursday night. Can Khalil Herbert do it? Will Rashawn Johnson have an impact, as well as Deontay Foreman in this new look for the Bears running game? And then, can Justin Fields really start to attack with the passing game and find DJ Moore, the new player for the Bears? Had a really nice screen for a touchdown in their first preseason game this year. But anything else you guys looking for in the path to victory for each team?
I just think it's week one when you have the Packers and the Bears. Yeah, it's great to kick the season off, but it's super early for a game of this magnitude, right? For both fan bases, a lot of change in the off season for both teams. So to play week one and again in week 18, there's going to be a lot that happens in between. But just looking forward to hopefully a good football game on both sides. And selfishly as a Packer fan, I'm hoping that the ownership continues, but. We'll figure that out tomorrow.
Yeah, should be a fun one. All right.
We'll see who's going to. Sorry, Scotty.
You're good.
We'll see which quarterback can kind of win from the pocket. I know Justin can run. Jordan Love has some sneaky good wheels. I know he's not necessarily known as a mobile guy, but I'd just be interested to see who and young in their career is going to be able to kind of go through their progressions and make the right throws and make throws on time. So just who's going to be able to win from the pocket, because obviously we know both teams, we would love for them to run the ball, take the pressure off the quarterback a little bit, and slow the game down a little bit. But yeah, like I said, I think there's a lot of things that we haven't seen yet from Jordan Love. So I'm sure Packer fans are kind of waiting to see his aha moment, welcome to the NFL, so to speak. I know he has some playing experience under his belt, but I know that you guys invested a lot. A-Rod is gone, thank God, and still doing greasy things on Hard Knocks. But who's going to be able to win from the pocket, I think, is going to be important, and maybe putting the game away, extending drives, et cetera, et cetera. So
Yeah. All right, let's get into
one thing
some.
to note too, the receiving core for the Green Bay Packers is very young, right? And so Jaden Reed, he's a rookie out of Michigan State. You got Luke Musgrave, the tight end. He's a rookie this year. Dobbs in his second year if he does play. So saying that it's got to be run heavy for the Packers, that that is a necessary part of the game for the Packers in order to be successful. So, and with all the moves that the Bears have made on defense, it'll be interesting for you guys too. So, really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit on some impact players. A lot of them already been mentioned. I think almost everyone. Jordan Love obviously is going to be, as much as Packers fans are looking to see what he can do. Bears fans for sure are a little nervous with this. I was even listening to some other people talk about the game. They're like, okay, as soon as like Brett Favre is gone, Bears fans are like, oh, they're not gonna have another guy. And then they had Aaron Rodgers. And so now that those two are done, like hopefully, from my perspective, hopefully Jordan Love is not another guy like the previous two. And so Bears fans are a little nervous about just seeing what that's going to look like as well. Aaron Jones, he's back. He's definitely going to factor into this game. He's had pretty good games against the Bears, probably the last 3 or 4 games that I can remember. For sure, the last two, yeah, last year actually, we rewatched those games, and he had some big runs, scored a couple touchdowns. Romeo Dobbs, if he plays, will be for sure an impact player because Christian Watson's not there. And again, they lost Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, who both went to the New York Jets with Aaron Rodgers. For the Bears, obviously, this is the Justin Fields show. A lot of hype around him. Can he live up to that hype? Edmonds and Edwards, the two new linebackers that have been brought into Chicago, how will they play in this game? Will they contain Jones? Will they get to Love? We'll see what happens there. And then there's a lot of pressure on Khalil Herbert. He had a great year last year, but he really got to do runs that were to his benefit after David Montgomery had made the hard runs. And so it'll be interesting to see if he continues to be the guy. I know a lot of people are talking about Foreman and Rashawn Johnson kind of taken over. So, any more on these impact players that you guys haven't already said? Anything you're looking forward to with these guys, or maybe another guy that we didn't leave on this list?
Well, as far as you mentioned T.J. Edwards, that's a Badger player, so a lot of the Wisconsin fans are familiar with him. So, and I know he did some good things out in Philly, so that's a big pickup for you guys as well as I've been. So, and that's what we talk about with some of the unknowns, right? Some of the new players, some of the younger players, and it's really early for a Packer Bear game. A game that we're going to be having fun with, but really it's to set the tone for the rivalry for the next era of quarterbacks. I wish we're like 6 or 7 weeks down the road here.
For sure. Yeah.
Can Yannick Ngakwe make a few plays, a couple sacks, play some run? And then I just worry about Kyler Gordon in the slot. I know Green Bay's maybe young or maybe not as polished as they once were, but they still got NFL receivers on their roster. So those are a couple spots that I'm going to be intrigued to see how we build up in the secondary in the slot because Kyler got abused quite a bit last year.
Oh, we did. Absolutely.
How is that line going to hold up with Ngakwe and some of the other new arrivals?
Ngakwe is not going to play that much, though, right? He's just going to play a little bit here and there. I was thinking maybe since he was kind of a later addition.
He needs to play twice on Sunday.
Yeah,
twice on Sunday this weekend.
All right. You feeling good about Herbert, or do you think the other guys are going to take more of the carries?
I can see Roshan Johnson coming in, the rookie out of Texas, at some point, whether it's goal line, whether it's third down. Um, so yeah, I mean, I think Khalil showed that he can catch the ball. I think he can beat a 3 down, but he's not explosive. So
Yeah,
I just feel like there's going to be some carries out there with some potential impact at some point in this game if it's somewhat of a close game or we're ahead.
for sure. All right, let's get into some specific predictions here, and you guys can chime in if you think these are going to be the over under. So Fields over under 200 yards, Love over under 1.5 touchdowns, the over under for the game 42.5. Who's going to have more rush yards, and will the Bears have 2.5 sacks or not? Or maybe there's a specific prediction you want to make.
Should I start here?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, Justin Fields, 200 yards through the air. I think I'll take the over on that. I think he eclipses 200. And that's even with a really good Packers secondary. But if the game flow goes the way that the Packer game, the Packers need it to go with run heavy and you get some sort of a lead, Bears are going to need to be throwing. Love over under 1.5 TDs. If we can count his feet in there, I will take the over.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the over on that. Man, as far as 42.5, I'm going to take the under. I believe the Packers will have more rushing yards because they have to, and the Bears 2.5 sacks. I'll reluctantly take the over on that.
Nice. Matt, what about you?
I'm going to go under on the Fields air. I'm going to go over on Jordan. Actually, I'm going to go under on the Love touchdowns as well. I think Aaron Jones and Dillon get the bulk tomorrow. I also would take the under. Obviously, I think the offenses are going to be they're young and they're new, and I think there's going to be some. We don't play as much in the preseason anymore, so I think there's going to be some initial rust. More rush yards. I'm gonna go with the Bears, not because I think the Packers running backs will have more rush yards. We gotta factor in Justin Fields running, and that's like having another running back. So that's why I would take them there. And Bears sacks. I don't know. That's a tough one. Gosh darn it, that's a tough one. I'll go over on that. I'll go over on that just because that's right on the money. So
yeah,
under, over for Dad.
All right. I think that Fields hasn't thrown for more than 200 yards in many games he's played as a Bear, honestly. I bet in the games he's played, he might have like 2 or 3 games over 200 yards. We need our intern to check on that. I think Love will have at least 2 touchdowns tomorrow. I think this is going to be a high scoring game. I'm not sure how good the Bears defense is. Yeah, I mean, they were letting backups go down the field on them in preseason, so we'll see what that looks like. I feel like both teams could score a lot of points in this game. Last year, there was almost 40 points scored in the second game they played. I know the first game was like 24-10, so under that. I just don't feel really good about the Bears defense yet, so I could see a lot of points being scored. I think that it'll be close with rush yards because the Packers are going to try to protect Love, and they're going to make sure that with that, there's a lot of rushing yards that are had. Um, gosh, I feel like the Bears will maybe have like 2 sacks tomorrow. I don't feel like we'll get to 3. So, all right, you got.
Real quickly, I just wanted to add, just because he's going to play for both teams. I'm probably, I'd like to throw out there a Robert Tonyan anytime score tomorrow at plus 800. Robert Tonyan, if he plays, Robert Tonyan anytime score tomorrow.
Yeah. Are you
not a lot of catches, just maybe a goal line or just a pass around the goal in the red zone tomorrow. And maybe he did count double checks. Just I'm throwing that out there.
It could happen. All right, you got a stumper for me?
The interesting thing about Robert Tonyan though is, so I come to know, with him moving on from Green Bay, he is a lifelong Bears fan.
That's crazy.
It's funny when you think of that, as he played for the Packers in this rivalry for how many games and caught touchdowns against the Bears and made good plays against the Bears, but deep down he wanted to be a Bear all along. So if he does play, I wouldn't put it past him to just really rip us up.
Yeah, I always feel like he looks really good though when he has a guy named Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball. So we'll see what it looks like with a different team. I don't even know if I saw him in a preseason game. Actually, was he in one? Well, Fields had like Fields didn't throw too much.
The home one, I don't know, was it week 2 in the preseason?
Okay,
I saw him catch a pass or two.
because Fields threw 3 passes in the first game, didn't play the second game, and threw like 5 passes in the third game. So, all right, you got a stumper for me? I guess either of you guys could have one.
I do. This is for you, Scott. Obviously with the Scotty Stumper, which I don't know if that was your nickname back in high school. Which Chicago Bear was nicknamed the Galloping Ghost? Red Grange, Dale Sayers, Walter Payton, George Halas.
It's Red Grange.
Red Grange. Man, that's not a stumper. That was easy.
That's easy.
That was easy.
Yeah.
I got it's week 1, guys. You got to break them in.
You actually,
week 1.
you actually.
The other side, is stump the Scotty here.
I like it. Yeah.
All right. So in said instant replay game at Lambeau Field, where a quarterback stepped over the line for the Green Bay Packers allegedly before he threw a ball to win the game. Who was that quarterback for the Green Bay Packers? And it's pre-Favre. It's pre-Rodgers. Pre-Love.
Wait, what was the play again? You're gonna have to help me here.
It was a roll to the right.
Okay.
Kind of a step up and this may give it away by saying it, but it was a pass, I believe, to Sterling Sharp for a touchdown. Oh, I know.
Well, I don't know my Packers history because I really only know of like Brett Favre. That's my whole life. That's been their quarterback.
If he doesn't get it, I guess.
So I guess I got stumped on the first game. Yeah.
Tough one.
Are we,
Chris,
what year? What year?
No, it would not be.
It's a Packers quarterback, right?
Yeah. Jim McMahon won his second ring with the Green Bay Packers.
Could it be Tim Hasselbeck? Was it Hasselbeck on the Packers? Or Matt Hasselbeck?
At one point, Matt Hasselbeck was, but this
No.
so the last quarterback before Brett Favre took the field went out with an ankle injury by the name of Don Mikowski.
Yeah, I don't know that guy.
Started the era of Brett Favre. So Brett,
Dang.
Don Mikowski goes down. Brett Favre beats the Bengals that week. Starts the following week against the Steelers, starting the streak of consecutive starts. So
yeah, was that like 297?
Yeah, I believe that's what it ended when he was with the Vikings at the end there.
That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. That was a good day.
Yeah, good times.
Do you guys know the player who did that to Brett Favre? It wasn't actually Urlacher.
No, it was Corey Wooten.
Yes, it was. All right. Man.
Really?
Yep.
University.
Minnesota Field. Yep. Devin Hester also set a record, I think, that night for the punt return record. So, and the Bears won the division for 2010. That was the 2010 season because we ended up losing the playoffs to the Packers. All right, we've gone full circle. So,
man, I tell you what, though, Packers fans and Bears fans on the call here, we can all agree, man. No Vikings. We don't like that.
No Vikings. We don't like that. All right. I have my prediction. Love it or hate it. You guys have your prediction. Tell me after I say I'm picking the Bears 27-23. Honestly, I have no idea what's going to happen. Week 1, like last year, we beat the 49ers. If we don't beat the 49ers in the way we beat them last year, maybe Trey Lance plays the rest of the year. Like, if you think about it. But Trey Lance ends up not playing. in that whole situation. Now he's a Dallas Cowboy, but I'm going Bears. I guess I got the over because I got 50 points. I don't know what's going to happen. What do you guys think?
Matt, go ahead, man.
Yeah, this one's tough because it's just hard to envision us getting enough offense, even to beat like a new offense with Jordan Love and new weapons. So I'm gonna go 23-20 Green Bay.
Ah,
23. I'm trying for the reverse psychology here.
I know.
Chris picked the Packers to win, so um, and I just think again, I think Green Bay's defense just stops us just enough, or just on some drives. So
Has there ever been a time where we both picked the Bears? I feel like no.
I don't think so. No, we like to keep difference of opinions for all of our YouTube followers. All of our loyal followers.
Absolutely. All right, what's the Packer fan going with?
Well, this week I saw that 7 out of 10 NFL.com experts picked the Packers to win the game, and I think they picked that with the thought that Christian Watson was going to play. That all the weapons are going to be available.
Yeah.
You talk about Trey Lance, losing to the Bears in week 1. That's very similar to what the Packers did to Kevin Cobb's career in 2010 when Michael Vick came in and took the reins there. So,
Yeah.
there's just so many unknowns all around, and I wouldn't be surprised if anything happened, a blowout one way or another. As a Packer fan, I need to say the Packers are going to win, but I'm not overly confident. I would say, like a 24, 23-20 type of game. The Packers kicker is a rookie too, right? So Mason Crosby, that era is done. He was the longest tenured Packer player remaining on the roster after Aaron Rodgers left, and they passed the reins over the Anders Carlson. So we'll see what happens. But again, I'm not overly confident, and I think this is the most level playing field that we've had in a Packers-Bears game in a long time.
Yeah. Well, that'll be fun. I know we'll be texting a lot. And yeah, can't wait for it. It's crazy. We have to wait till 3:25. Usually these games are at noon, but even the media is interested in seeing, this game, Justin Fields, Jordan Love's career really starting off, and just this great rivalry. So it'll be fun to watch. I'm excited. I know you guys are excited. And that's really going to do it for this edition, this first edition of the 4th season of Turn Up, Bear Down. We'll see you next time.